What a difference 1 year in bodybuilding can make. What a difference indeed. I think out of all the videos of this nature that I have done, this front relaxed position may be the most dramatic difference of all. Nasser El Sonbaty, this is him at the 1994 Night of Champions, an event which turned into the New York Pro, if you didn't realize that, and the 1995 Mr. Olympia. So just a little over a year here difference, and I have never in my life seen such a difference. I believe his waistline may be the biggest. When you look at the lower abs, I mean, it looks like a totally different structure altogether. The legs are basically the same structure. They're twice as big, of course, arms, things of that nature, but the abs, they look like a totally different genetics altogether. And of course, the vascularity, the conditioning is much better too for Nasser. So whatever he was taking definitely not only made him larger, but much harder, grainier. He is made out of granite, I think. Nasser El Sonbaty here at the 1995 Mr. Olympia event. Much more massive, superior version for sure. Front double bicep pose. At first glance, it's a little harder to tell the difference because his arms are actually quite fantastic here at the Night of Champions. Very good indeed. He actually placed second here to Mike Francois, who had some good guns as well. It's the midsection, guys. If you haven't noticed that yet, take a look at the midsection. It's thick, vascular. Each ab muscle, it's about a foot in diameter for the 1995 Mr. Olympia. And when you look at the 94 Night of Champions, that is a paper-thin waistline. And if you don't believe me from this picture, take a look at this one here. Have you ever seen a midsection dramatically change in just 1 year? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And it's no wonder he had health issues, things of that nature. The amount of stuff this guy must have been taking. He looked good in 94. He was aesthetic. Big arms for the waistline. Just phenomenal. Of course, his arms did get a little bit bigger when you look at this comparison. But, I mean, come on. Take your pick, small waist or big arms. Front lat spread. Now, I always say, the leaner versions always are favored in the front lat spread because the arms hide the lats. If you really take a good look, though, the lats, much bigger for the Mr. Olympia event. But as is the waistline, I just can't get over the difference. Not only much larger is the waistline, but the difference of it. I must say, food for thought here, his pecs might have been even bigger at the 1994 Night of Champions. But that, if you look at a lot of guys' careers, their pecs generally are bigger. Sometimes they tear one and can't grow the other. But anyway, this is the front lat spread, duly noted. Go to the side here, and duly noted in this one as well, because the angles are much different, but he does look like a kind of a pencil neck, skinny in 1994. Now imagine if you knew this guy back then, skinny would not be in your repertoire to be calling him, but compared him with the much more massive version, and he got even bigger than this, as we know. He lacks the tissue of the muscle separation of the delts. Do you think that's synthol in 1995? I mean, obviously he was using it later on in his career in those delts, whether it be synthol or any other site enhancement oil. But here in 95, do you think that he was using that? Anyway, side tricep. Now, I'll be honest, the angle of the Night of Champions, not very flattering, doesn't really show the tricep. And it's actually quite a dramatic difference because look, this is an exact angle. And the tricep itself, I mean, I don't hear a lot of guys putting synthol in those triceps. You hear in the biceps themselves, but I honestly think that this man was just locked himself into a gym. He took everything known to man, everything that Dorian Yates was taking, Kevin Levrone, everybody, and just boom, he was the experiment. He was the experiment. Look at the tricep. Not only bigger, but much more vascular, harder, and as well as more conditioned than the abs. And the legs as well. But like I said earlier, the pecs may be just the same size for the earlier on additions. Now, this is a very telling tale. I honestly believe that he had a better back development earlier on in his career. Now, tell me if I'm wrong. Did he have lower lat insertions? He actually had a good Christmas tree area. Am I wrong? Maybe he got injured. But anyway, no lack of trying. His delts actually look bigger in the display here. Could be the display, how he is snapping the shot, propping those delts up back nice. He is more conditioned in the 95 version, though, when you look at the glutes and the hammies. Baby, please, one time. Anyway, like I said, that's for what it's worth. I honestly think he had a better potential for back development in the earlier on stages of his career. But unfortunately, we don't have a rear lat spread, and as we know, he did have a fantastic rear lat spread in 95. The ab and thigh. No, come on. Take your pick, guys. His legs even look bigger here. And you often hear me say, a big waistline makes your legs look small. Now, of course, his legs are much bigger in 95, but if you just scan the physiques, they look smaller because of that waistline. Have you ever seen such a fantastic ab and thigh from Nasser El Sonbaty here in 94? I haven't. Those abs, better than Brendan Curry's. Much better, much better. Nobody today could touch Nasser here in the earlier stages of his career. My soul, my soul. Of course, we are going to finish off with a couple of most musculars. And this one should be the most telling tale of all, but I believe a couple of the earlier shots may have proven that wrong. I mean, the guy had some thick pecs, so that is the muscle that shows up most in a most muscular, of course. He is cut, very cut. But when you really take a good look, much more vascular, much bigger too, really, to be honest. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you be the judge of this one. Which one do you think you would pick if you were a judge between these two? I mean, obviously, all the front shots are going to go to Nasser of 95. But those back shots and the conditioning, you never know. I'd vote for the bigger version, of course. He looks like a divot head in 94. You notice that? And that's how you can tell when somebody really put on the mass. He has a big head. It's big head Nasser. And look at 95. Where did his head go? I don't even see it. I'm just joking. I can see it. But it's a lot smaller, guys. Anyway, that is the video. What a difference 1 year can make. And I think Nasser really outshined everybody else in that 1 year department. What an amount of mass he put on from, say, 93 to 97, 98. Oh, my soul. That would even be a more dramatic difference. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit thumbs up on it if you did, and subscribe to the channel. Find me on Instagram as well. Follow me on there for some backstage, behind-the-scenes photos, things of that nature. All right, guys. Have a great day.